Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Today we're taking a look at Heart Eyes. This was directed by Josh Rubin and stars Olivia Holt and Mason Gooding. Holt plays Allie, a pitch designer for a jewelry company in Seattle who is trying, although honestly not trying very hard, to get over her recent breakup with her boyfriend. Because her recent pitch work has been subpar, she's forced to work with a rather famous pitch designer named Jay, played by Gooding. A romance begins to blossom between the two, but it may not have a happy ending because the Heart Eyes killer is on the loose. He has been murdering couples on Valentine's Day for years in various cities across the country, and this year he picked Seattle. This was a lot of fun. It's equal parts rom-com and slasher flick, which makes for a very silly combination as you have all these cutesy little romantic moments interspersed with all these grisly murders. Rom-com and horror is not a combination I've seen often, although Shaun of the Dead certainly comes to mind, but they managed to do both parts of that combination very well. I thought Holt was great as Allie. I have not seen much of her work before now. I think most of what she's done up to this point has been like Disney Channel stuff. I'm not exactly in the target audience for that. But she is very funny, and the character she's playing is kinda pathetic, but it's the likable kind that you actually want to root for to do better. It's not the kind of pathetic like the Jack Quaid character in Companion, where you just want to yeet him into the sun. She spends entirely too much time cyber-stalking her ex on Instagram, which is extra hilarious because apparently she dumped him. And in one scene where we briefly meet the guy, he seems slightly on the douchey side. Like, girl, why are you sad about losing this guy? Move on. She also carries a metal straw wherever she goes because she really hates the paper ones, which I totally understand. And that straw keeps showing up in scene after scene after scene, and of course the whole time I'm thinking, I don't believe I've ever seen someone get killed with a metal straw in a horror movie before. I'm not even sure how that would work, but I suspect I'm going to find out. I thought Gooding was very good as Jay. He and Holt work pretty well together. They have some very funny moments and some sweet moments as well. There's a great scene where they are running away from the killer and they try to hide in this drive-in movie theater and they duck into someone's van, and there's this couple in the back of the van that are having sex while stoned out of their gourd, and they are completely oblivious to what's going on. And the whole time they're trying to be very quiet and have this very serious conversation, but it's hard to have a serious conversation when you got two people screwing in the background. I mean, you try it. But yeah, Gooding turned in a pretty good performance, and Lord, I hope he's a better man than his father. Google that if you don't know. I also liked Gigi Zumbato as Allie's best friend Monica. She had some very funny lines. I think there was one scene where I counted 7 rom-com references in like 2 sentences, which has to be a record. We also have Devon Sawa and Jordana Brewster playing a couple of police detectives, Zeke Hobbs and Jeanette Shaw. Yes, Hobbs and Shaw. They made for a very interesting pair. Like, Hobbs is definitely the straight man of the group. He's the very serious, focused detective, while Shaw is just perpetually horny. There's even a scene where she hits on a potential suspect in the Heart Eyes case. Like, she just cannot turn it off. It's funny, but also a little disturbing at the same time. And despite how cutesy and funny this movie can be, it does not shy away from the violence. They absolutely earn that R rating. There are some downright brutal kills, especially in the opening scene, which takes place at a winery. There is this absolutely insufferable couple trying to take some engagement photos before Heart Eyes shows up. And because they're insufferable, I was actually kind of happy the killer showed up, although I did feel bad for the photographer. He did not deserve that. And when the bride-to-be finally gets killed, oh lord, it is messy. I will not look at a glass of wine the same way again. And they do a good job of playing with certain horror movie tropes like the teleporting killer, which, without giving too much away, they handle it in a way that actually makes sense. And the killer has a great look too. With that mask and the glowing heart eyes, he's both funny and scary at the same time. In case I haven't made this clear, I dug this one. This was a very good combination of rom-com and slasher, and I had a lot of fun with it. I would say it's a great way to spend Valentine's Day weekend if you're not already seeing Captain America. Or even if you are. For some of you, it's a 3-day weekend. You got time. In any case, this movie deserves to make all of the money. Please go see it. And that's all I have to say about Heart Eyes. Till next time, take care.